What is up, guys? Welcome to the Alpha Dynasty Project. I am your host, the one and only Mario, along with with the fuck dude, con el perdido, the one.
The prodigal son has
Yes,
returned.
he has returned. I was surprised when he walked in. Seriously surprised.
Wow.
And I was like, damn.
You missed me. That's all
Yeah,
there
I
is
did.
to it.
I did actually. But before we get started, guys, we do want to give a shout out to, I know the tragedy that's happening in Colombia. Queremos decirle a nuestra gente colombiana que los queremos, estamos pensando en ustedes, le estamos mandando toda la positividad del mundo, estamos con ustedes, no están solos. Acá andamos, aquí el Lions Den de Alpha Dynasty está con ustedes, México está con ustedes, Estados Unidos está con ustedes, no están solos y definitivamente toda la gente colombiana, yo sé que están pasando por un tiempo terrible ahorita, pero aquí nos tienen a nosotros.
Todas nuestras oraciones para ustedes.
Exacto, las oraciones, que Diosito me lo esté bendiciendo a todos y que todos estén pasando o la estén pasando bien. Para las personas que perdieron a seres queridos, definitivamente les mandamos nuestro pésame. Sí, les mandamos nuestro pésame.
Así es. Yes.
Que Diosito les dé la fuerza,
God bless you.
para seguir adelante. Pero aquí andamos fuerte. Aquí tienen a sus leones de Alpha Dynasty siempre con ustedes. Y nuestra gente de Colombia los queremos y los adoramos de todo corazón. Un beso. Pero sí, now getting back to the pod.
Right.
We do have a very special guest today. We do have a very special episode. We're going to be talking all kinds of nonsense, crazy shit, but we're going to give some really good information.
Good financial information, guys.
Yes, definitely. Something that I'm going to be learning a lot on this one. I really wanted this one. And I really wanted homie to come in because he is the expert on this.
Absolutely
so let's let him introduce himself here.
What's going on, guys? Pleasure.
Awesome. It's an honor to have you, brother.
Man, just
Good to have you.
the little pregame before the main event.
Right.
I think sarcasm and satire is my first language, so I like this guy already. I like the guy. Jonathan Aguilera, man, just been in the insurance business for, 2012?
It's 2 years.
Yeah, nothing crazy, right? Just a little while. And just got really into really understanding just personal finance probably the last 3-4 years.
Right.
And educating, teaching people, just teaching myself, honestly, right? I didn't realize how much I didn't know until I started learning, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And becoming a student again and falling in love with the industry. Because I was actually on my way out of the industry.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Really?
I was done with insurance, right? So when I left my broker dealer, I was like, I'm just gonna go rack up quick 15, 20,000 and go start a completely different business. But then something just kept me here, right? One more week. Well, one more week turned into another 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And just making an impact. At least I would like to think I'm making an impact in teaching people, teaching myself, and then teaching other people everything I learned.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I go on social media, do these lives and podcasts, it's really just, hey, this is what I learned. I get really excited to just teach. Just, hey, this is what I've learned, and it's impacted my life, and let's go ahead and teach the community.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because that's when I started following you. That's when you started really getting into social media a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. 100%.
And to be honest with you, you are the reason I know so much about IULs. I mean, you've been really definitely teaching me, my daughter, and a lot of my team.
Yeah.
So
And he is one of the biggest reasons why you're here, because I was like, honestly, he did. He told me, oh man, you gotta follow this guy, man. You gotta, So I was like, I was excited because we always get into it, right?
Right.
Always get into the whole thing of, hey, bro, I'm gonna go out there and sell some IUL. He's like, no, you better not. I swear to God, you sell that, you're gonna be your
I
friend.
know
no
what
more.
you drive,
so we should. But to me, it was like, and we were talking about that earlier. I can't sell something I don't fully understand.
Sure.
So I'm like, you know what? We really need to have this guy in here to really explain to us what this is all about. Because shit,
you don't
dude.
believe me.
Huh? I don't believe half of the shit he says, but I need somebody who could actually fucking tell us the
Yeah,
truth.
somebody believe
Life insurance can be simple or it can be complicated.
Yep. Amen to that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be crazy, or it can be completely confusing. And I think the biggest challenge in this industry is that it pays well. And when you attach a commission and you get some people that maybe they're full time in this industry and they don't have maybe a consistent lead source, their moral compass, they start to maybe play in the gray area, and then they maybe, hey, just one client, just this one time, and this is it.
I need to pay my bills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then one time starts to happen more frequently.
Unfortunately.
And then I really believe that's what it is the commissions and fucks people up.
And just the fact that they're not educated correctly. That's correct. They just get taught one way
And I think that's what we were talking about earlier, right?
Right.
That the fact that there are so many agents that I mean, I see videos all over TikTok, I see videos all over social media in general, talking about how great IUL is. But my thing has always been, in order for you to sell something, you got to fully understand what you're selling, right? I mean, whatever I sell, and I'm also in the insurance game as well. I sell stuff that I fully understand, and he could vouch for me when I say that, because I won't sell something that I don't understand. And IUL is something that it's not the easiest thing to fully understand, but then there's a lot of commission to be made. So I think a lot of the individuals, and we were talking about that earlier, right? There's a lot of individuals out there that are selling it for the commission and have no idea how this thing works.
100%, like easily.
What would you say the percentage is on this shit? Of agents that don't know shit.
I'm gonna be critical. If I wanted to be critical, I would say like 99% of the agents. But if I need to be politically correct, I would say about maybe 85 to 90% of the agents.
That is a shit ton of people.
Oh yeah, man.
That don't know how to sell this shit and sell it.
And you know the crazy part is it's just a lack of training in the industry.
Right.
And I'm not here to throw a shot or anything like this.
Throw it, fuck it, dude. The fuck?
You have the PHPs. You have these multi-level marketing.
Right.
Where they're more focused. The WFGs, the Experiors. You have the FFLs. Like you have all these recruit-driven companies that like that's all they're focused on. So it's impossible to nurture these agents and really spend time when the focus is let's bring you in and start dialing, start hitting the phones, and make hit your numbers, and we're gonna recognize you for cash flow. Yeah. And typically the cash flow is the client is the one that gets
the premium. That
100%.
These are
and then even on the term, there's a company that is heavily the company I left, Primerica, where they're focused on recruiting too. So. Right. Everybody, it's fucked across the board. It's like just because you sell term insurance doesn't make you the saviors, because you also don't understand what you're doing either. Because if we were to audit your book of business, typically 1% of those policies are going to pay out because most people are going to outlive that term. Yep. You with me? And you champion this cause of buy term, invest the difference, but yet you don't even probably get your clients to invest the difference.
Right.
So
because they're not licensed.
You see the fucked up part of that side where they're 65, 70 years old and they were sold this concept that never came to fruition, if that makes sense. Yeah. And so I see it across the board where the cash value life insurance guys, the IUL guys, they're hurting people. Yeah. But the buy term invested different. They're no saints either. Like they're also fucking up.
Yeah. And I think that's the number one thing. These are technically what I guess what I refer to them. They're agent farming companies. Their primary focus, like you said, is just recruiting agents. That the training gets so limited. The training is so limited that at the end of the day, you're like, shit, you know what I mean?
Correct, because this is the way I viewed this, is if they get you to become really competent, you're going to be really aware, and you're probably going to leave. Yeah. You're probably going to leave.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
That's what it comes down to. Yeah. And look, I believe the intentions of the company mean well, just the execution is failing, because they have to keep the new blood. They have to keep that sucker coming in every week, every month, every year, so they can stay afloat.
Yeah, and that's where it gets crazy, I think, to me, right? And that's where the issues happen. That's where that's where the turnaround happens, because you hear a lot of these agents leaving, and then they get, like, I get talked into, certain companies will hit me up and say, oh, we could sell this. But again, they paint the IUL to be like this perfect picture. Yeah. Then they tell me, okay, the commission.
And what's their biggest question on that? Because the biggest reason that you are always talking about IULs is because it has to be good for somebody.
Yeah, no, I always say, right, a product has to be for somebody, right?
Somebody.
Like, so I'll be one to tell you, do I understand IUL fully? No. Do I know what it is? Yes. But that's the reason why we have a professional here. Now, who is that insurance geared towards? Who was that insurance created for? Because I know it's not middle class America. Because it just seems like middle class America gets screwed on that specific type of policy.
Yeah. Middle America is going to get screwed with.
They're the ones that fund
practically
it.
all financial products.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because they're the ones that can't really get ahead, but
Right.
they're not poor, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
So Middle America is the one that takes the beating with all financial products.
Taxes especially.
Taxes, mortgages,
Yep.
loans,
Yep,
right? Like
yep.
we're talking, they have like that 600 credit score, 650. That's Middle America, and they get the 15% auto
Yep,
loan.
yep.
Like you see how they get beat down, they get financially taken advantage of. But you know, we were talking earlier, and you said something about the type of insurance that only makes sense for you. And I see it, and I understand it, because you're asking me, where does IUL fit? And I'm gonna give you I don't see it fitting anywhere, and I'm gonna give you why. Because if we really break down the mechanic, I posted this on the group chat. I was like, could an IUL work? Maybe, but at what cost, right? So, and I'm gonna get a little technical here.
Do it,
right?
do it.
So if for those of you guys that
Pay
are
attention,
listening
fuckers.
to
Pay
this shit,
attention. Take notes. Get the notepad out. Get the pen out. Come on.
So there's whole life insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, whole life. As long as you make the premium, that sucker's gonna pay.
Yeah.
Right, and you could pay up the insurance. You could do limited pay, 10 pay up to whatever. Fucking pay it up to 20 or whatever. You can pay the insurance off. Okay. Those have guarantees, and I am not a whole life advocate, right?
Yeah.
I'm not, because it's going to sound like I'm a whole life advocate right now. But once we understand why I'm bringing this up, it's going to come full circle.
Right.
So whole life insurance has guarantees in it, right? And then, you know, there's going to be those, you know, there has to be a mutual owned company, whatever, right? With a dividend, whatever. Okay. As long as you make the premium payment, that sucker's paying out. Okay. The whole life is going to pay out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's not going to lapse on you. Nothing. And it's going to get you about a 3 to 4, maybe 3 to 5% return on the cash value over a 30, 35, 40 year time frame, because it's whole life, it's your entire life. Okay. Well, with an IUL, the concept is, you know, permanent life insurance, but it's not really too permanent, because it could lapse. So if something could lapse, is it really permanent? No. Okay. So what you just did is, by buying this IUL, you kind of gave up all those guarantees that whole life has. You with me? And instead of getting the dividend that a whole life policy would pay, you're telling the insurance carrier, take the dividend and try to get a return through this indexing strategy. Right. And if there's anything there, give me the interest on it. You with me?
Yeah.
And once you break down all the fees, and once it's all done, maybe you're getting 4 to 6%. So whole life 3 to 5%, IUL 4 to 6%. But then you gave up all those guarantees. So was the juice really worth the squeeze in that scenario for maybe 1 to 1.5% more of a return on the cash value? Or
Probably not. Yeah.
Probably. So when you ask me, is
sense,
there a place for I don't see where it would make sense. When just get the whole life insurance. And I'm not advocating for whole life, I promise you.
Yeah.
But now once you
it will
put
make
into
more sense.
perspective, like, because what you said earlier is like, it doesn't make sense. Just do this, and I can see that.
Yeah. And we're talking about the whole freaking final expense versus
final
the
expense.
pre-need.
Correct.
And I have heard that it's more for rich people, because they've already totally funded their Roth or whatnot, because they talk a lot about tax-free, right? Because it's tax-free. Well, yeah, because it's a loan, obviously, right? After they maxed out everything they have, then it makes sense for them to get an IUL.
Or permanent life insurance. We'll just leave it permanent life insurance, right? Because it doesn't have to be IUL, right? There's so many different variations of permanent life insurance, and I think people get stuck. Well, it doesn't have to be an IUL. Like there's scenarios where permanent life insurance does make sense, and we'll talk about them right now, like estate planning, right? Like if you have an estate tax issue, permanent life insurance. It's not an IUL, right? We could do maybe like a GUL, guaranteed universal life insurance, or a whole life policy. We could do maybe long-term care. That's where permanent life insurance could make sense. We could do maybe children with special needs, right? That could be a real good, solid. I could vouch for that, and I wouldn't personally sell it, but those are use cases where permanent life insurance. Like, I'm not going to argue. If somebody tried to debate me on that, I'm like, yeah, fucker, that makes sense there. Like, I'm not going to but then we look at like how many people are going to have an estate tax issue, right? It's like less than 5% of the population, and yet you're trying to shove the shit down the other 95%.
To the 95, exactly.
Like that's the issue right there, because the commissions, because you found where it works in one scenario, everybody needs to have it now.
of that.
That's correct.
The
That's
whole
correct.
strategy for them to sell is off of that.
And I think that's where
crazy.
people are getting
Yeah.
screwed because they see this shit on social media is what the wealthy people do.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
you know,
Not like the Rockwells.
the Rockefeller,
wasn't
all
even.
fucking Disney, Ray Kroc, and I'm like, buddy,
Yeah.
like you guys are hurting bad.
See, but that's a conversation we had, right? Be like, well, if I was a fucking millionaire like that, then I don't mind risking some funds. You know what I mean? Like, but that's where it comes down to. It's these fucking agents that are technically selling something that they shouldn't be selling because they don't understand it.
That's correct.
See, and we go right back to the whole thing. It's like, dude, like you just explained something that fully makes sense to me. Like, why the fuck? Why would I get this shit? Like, why? Like, why? If there's options, but see, the problem is, especially our Latino community. It goes for our Latino community. We're not trained at all in this shit. So if somebody talks to you fucking sweet, they're probably gonna sell you a policy and they're gonna screw you over.
Well, not only that. Like, check this. They're gonna play into your emotions.
Right.
All right. And when you get a financially illiterate client and you play into their emotions, like their fear, right? Like the stock market, you can lose, gambling. You know what I mean? They use a lot of fear-based tactics, and where the average Latino household, their number one savings is underneath the mattress.
Yep.
Like they don't want to lose money, is because no one sat down with them to actually educate them on how money works.
Right.
So you get this product where you can never lose money. Like people eat that shit up all day,
Absolutely.
day, man.
And it's the scary part about this is that, bro, it's like these families, and I'm one, and he knows that, and some of the other agents that I work with, I run on my reputation. So with me is I always like selling something that's going to be beneficial to my clients, because to me that client is going to be a long-term client in many aspects, especially because of the industry that I work in, right? But I look at these families that are getting helped by these individuals, and a lot of them are young. They don't get the adequate training. They don't understand the product. They sell something, get a big commission, and all of a sudden they want to sell this product over and over and over again to everyone they can get their hands on without understanding this. This is shit, dude. This is something that people should be getting screwed over. I mean, there should be some type of, I guess the family should be able to do, or the person they're selling it to should be able to do something against this, right? Long term, if they were to get screwed.
Yeah. There's like lawyers, like this is all they do now, and sue IUL agents. Like they made a legit business out of this shit.
And how okay, and just to get that, and that's the reason why I want to bring that up. If somebody got screwed like that, you said there's attorneys out there, right?
Oh yeah.
Is it very readable? I mean, is it very easy to find these attorneys?
Yeah, I don't get paid. I'm not a referral partner for here, but I'll shout the homie out, right? Robert Ricard. He's the one that just Kyle Busch, the race car driver. He's the lawyer that sued Pack Life and got that settlement down.
Oh shit!
So he actually has a 100% success ratio.
Damn.
On getting money out. Oh, dude, it's fucking wild. I like the threw me off a little bit, right? 100% ratio of winning. Yeah, winning. I was like, when I heard that, I'm like, he's probably like 65, 100%. Like, damn, this guy's that good.
Yeah.
God damn, homie, what the fuck?
Yeah. So any of these big cases that come across my DM, I'm like, go there. Go there. Yeah, and I don't know what he does, and I don't get compensated. I'm not a referral partner. I have no affiliation with this guy. Just
But you've helped a lot of clients get their money back from those IULs,
I personally
right?
have helped, yeah. So I do a lot of things that maybe these attorneys probably would ignore, right? The little 5,000s, the 10,000s one. But when you're talking, like the biggest refund check I got was 161,000.
God damn.
Yeah, and it was a shit show. Like the agent helped her set up an LLC.
No.
And she didn't even own a business. Like that's the crazy part. And had the LLC pay for the IUL for. It was so I actually got one of our CFPs involved, and I need you to help me break this shit down, because like I'm a master at this IUL shit. That was different for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what the hell was going down. It was a 62E plan or some shit like that. It was some number and letter together, and so once we did it all, like it was so crazy. I can't remember. It was like a like some sort of pension program. But you see how like the fucking product holds no weight on its own.
Yeah.
Like you have to dress the shit up and fucking try to make the pig
This
sing.
is okay. So this is starting to look like that girl, you know, that woman you meet up at that sweet lady you meet up at the bar, the club. She looked pretty as hell when you first meet her up.
With all the
You take
liquor.
her home. Yeah, you take her home and you're like, fuck,
That
I
sounds
just
so
scored.
weird.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning and realize, holy shit, what did I do?
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Oh, hell no.
So that's exactly what this shit is looking like.
This guy's good.
Yeah.
This guy's good right here.
So this is exactly what this shit is looking like. God damn. See, and that's the reason why I wanted to bring him on, because I'm like, fuck.
You didn't believe me. She had
No,
a
I
wig.
did believe you.
I
I
told
said,
you she
shit.
had a wig.
Dude, it's like, it's sad because this is your tío, this is your tía, this is your cousin, it's your primo, right? Like,
Right.
this isn't some far off person, it's your neighbor.
Yes.
And they come to me and like, this is their life savings. Like, this is everything they had. This is their $1,000 a month that they're sacrificed. I had one client, right? Portuguese. They were that Brazilian Portuguese. And they
Right.
go, I had to pick up another job just to afford the premiums because I was told that this is going to help me get my papers, right? This was going to help me get their
What the
citizenship.
fuck?
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
if you
I've
think
heard
it's
that
bad in
before.
like the
They
English
should revoke
community,
that- they should revoke that fucking license from that agent.
it's crazy because like in those minority community, like the French community, the Portuguese community, the Vietnamese community, there's always one of those little fucking weasels, right? That are selling this shit
Yep.
and just totally misrepresenting the product. That this is what they say: because you're an immigrant, you can't qualify for any retirement account that's available to you. So you have to get this product and pay like $2,000 a month for it. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. This is the shit. I did a podcast with her name's Nicole Lappin in December, and we did a live call.
Yeah.
And it was, and there was $100,000 dumped into that shit, right? And it was only like 30 grand available, right? It was after like 5 years, and that's the client I'm talking about. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to help get the refund because the fucking agent threw them under the bus. Like, they're fucking lying. I never said that. And we have all the documentation, and totally threw them under the bus and shit. So I felt bad. I was like, dude, I there wasn't anything to do.
And that's, dude, even on our end, on the type of insurance we offer, that's the reason why, I'll straight say, that's the reason why these pieces of shit shouldn't be fucking selling, seriously. Because it fucks it up for everybody, dude.
Well, yeah, because it's like they got taken once, and then their guard is up now.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes it hard for all of us because now, fuck, I trusted this fucker one time, and I gotta trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and what are the odds you're not gonna
you're
screw
probably
me?
gonna fucking take me too. You already gave it to me with no lube one time.
And it gets so sometimes you got. I mean, look, like I told you, right? I sell funeral insurance, pre-needs. And pre is just cutthroat. It's what you get. You know, they plan out their stuff. They get it. That's it. They pay their 1, 3, 5, or 10 year. They're done. Boom, done.
Yeah, it just takes care of the funeral. That's
and
it.
it's like shit. They question you like you're about to sell them an IUL. Like what the fuck? Like that's why.
What's
I mean,
the
the good thing is,
interest?
I understand it so well. It goes beyond because I'm in the funeral business as well, right? But it goes so far beyond that I could break down everything. Kind of like you break down an IUL, right? But it's like that's the kind of shit that you got to freaking explain in order to sell something because somebody sold them something fucked up like that or screwed over, a family member, and they're like they have their guard up so bad as it is. Latinos have their guard up, period.
Yeah.
Right. Now you add in somebody got screwed in the family, their guard up is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes they want to fight me as if I sold this shit to them. I'm like,
Right.
I'm here to help.
Right?
I didn't even. I don't believe in this shit, right?
you
Yeah,
sell this
dude, I
shit.
remember you, fucker.
Yeah, but here's the crazy part, is that statistically speaking, these fucking agents aren't even gonna be here. Like 90%, like it's like I think 94% of people that pass their they get licensed, they'll never renew it. So that means because you got to renew every 2 years.
Yeah.
Right.
So that means 94, like 92, 90. Let's call it fucking 94. Okay. They're quit. They're done. So all this business that was written, you with me?
Yeah.
The agent that sold, they won't even be here 3 years from now, 5 years, and that's a very common thing. Because I'll ask them, "Who's the agent?" I can't. No one answers my phone. They're like orphaned policies.
Damn, and that's happened. That's happened on phone calls that I receive because they'll still ask me like, "Oh, are you still in the business?" I'm like, "I'm always in the fucking business.
Right,
I ain't
right,
going
right.
nowhere." Like, shit, I'm staying in the business. But yeah, I can see why, and that's what we were talking about earlier. There is a turnaround with a lot of companies, and the thing is, they just send them out and say, "Go sell."
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest.
Yes. And it's like they'll sell a couple of policies, and then the thing is they don't know shit well enough to say, okay, well, I sold a policy, but, you know, Eddie told me to sell it this way, and I was going to make more commission. So I'm going to sell more this way to make more commission.
It really is like that. Because a lot of these companies, like back to the PHPs and all that, they're getting their promotions are based off like there's something called target premium.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Okay. For those of you guys that don't know, that's the commissionable premium. Yeah. Well, if you sell this shit right, right. Let's say for $500, like that's what the client can pay. Well, if you structure it right, the target is only maybe going to be like $100. So you're only going to get paid off $100 of what the actual insurance and your promotion. So like, let's say you need to do, I don't know, $10,000 in premium. Well, 100 that's $1,200 in premium. It's going to take you 10 policies. But if we just increase the target from 100, or the client's willing to pay 500, let's increase the target to all $500. Now you see the commission just got bigger, right? And you just got your promotion faster off. Instead of doing 10 policies, you only need to maybe do 2 policies, and you qualified for whatever your promotion is. Yeah. And that is where the problem is when you incentivize, right? The newbies, and then you teach these fucking agents how to cut one corner. They're going to cut them all. And then you just taught a bad habit.
And that's why they come up with, it just wasn't structured correctly. Oh, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. The justifications, the get out of jail card, is it's not structured properly. The agent didn't know what it was doing. Right. Well, this is the way I've always looked at this. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, bro, it goes, because I do these fucking debates. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even say debates. I have this conversation 7 days a week. 365, right? For 2-3 hours on social media. And these guys, you're fucking wrong, and you're a narcissist, and I get called every name except thank you, right? And you're amazing, right? And that's the first thing. It's a bad agent. They don't know what they're doing. Well, if this product has so much room for error, why do they allow everyone to sell it?
Yep.
Yeah. If the product has that much room for error, like, stop selling the shit. Like, there has to be more licensing involved or something, or maybe like a curriculum, because if people it's the number one litigated product in the insurance industry.
And it's still around.
And it's still around.
Crazy. Do you think they're gonna block that shit off eventually?
No, it's too profitable. Yeah. It's the number one type of policy being sold.
See, that's crazy. That's insane. That's like, fuck.
It's too profitable.
That's the reason why they say the freaking insurance is the biggest thieves in the world. It's technically with this kind of fucking policies they are. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah. Scandalous.
That is crazy shit, dude. And then people get screwed over. See, we go back to the whole same shit, right? Like when I started the whole process, I was gonna bring that up. When I started the process, we talked about Colombia a little bit, right? All the shit that's happening in Colombia and the things that are happening out there, and like I said, we feel really bad for the people that are out there and that are going through that struggle. I have a lot of family and friends out there, but what if it happens here? And you have these policies that are all screw the fuck up.
Well, they're gonna pay. Like, it's life insurance, right? It just, if you keep these policies long enough is where the problems happen. And it's how they're marketed as retirement plans, and you can be your own bank, you can borrow from them. So when people come to me, I can borrow this money, and then you look and there's no money available. They're let down. Yeah. And then they see the projections of where their policy's headed. Right. Here's a fun fact here, because I could talk on this shit all day.
Do it, fool.
Yeah. What the fuck? So a lot of these, advocates for cash value life insurance, they're going to say, well, term insurance only pays out like 1% of the time, because 99% of the people that buy them are going to outlive their term. Fair argument. Yep. Okay. Totally fair. Okay. Well, there's a website or a community. It's called a Society of Actuaries. Okay. And they ran a whole study that 50% of permanent life insurance gets canceled within the first 5 years because it's too expensive. Okay. Over 80% of all permanent life insurance gets canceled in its lifetime. So something that was supposed to last forever, whole life IUL, 80% of clients are canceling them because they can't afford them. So my thing is, well, if 80% of these clients are going to end up in the exact same situation, why give the insurance carrier 10 times more the premium? Just buy the fucking term. If you're going to end up in the same situation. Yep. You're going to end up in the same situation. Yep. At least you freed up the cash flow. And here's the other thing is, so the solution isn't let's go sell permanent life insurance, right? 99% of people are going to have no life insurance when it ends. Okay, well, what's the solution? It's not permanent life insurance because those people, and I love when they say this, most people don't invest the difference. Well, how is your high premium product going to solve that? Because wouldn't it take the same discipline, the same consistency over the same time frame to put the money in Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab, then they have to let New York Life or whatever insurance carrier, it's the same dollars. So it starts with the education at the kitchen table or wherever they decide to do their business.
The couch or whatever.
Whatever, right? It's just, why don't we just educate? The solution isn't, because you're up in that hole and you're not consistent and you're lazy, buy this insurance product. It's a forced saving. No, that's wrong. It's like, you're fat, just keep eating the cheeseburger. Or you blame the fucking gym because you're still fat. Like, no.
And gym didn't work.
Right? Yeah. Everybody's fault, right?
Yep.
So that those are some stats right there. I can go over more, but that's why I'm a big advocate of teaching people how to invest. Term insurance is great. Okay, but what do we do after?
Right.
We need to be putting money away for their future. We need to be disciplined investors. We need to be maybe thinking about real estate. We need to preferably build a business. I'm a big advocate of entrepreneurship. I think
Amen to that, brother.
Yes.
That's a way better than any mutual fund or any index fund is building a business and building a brand that you can generate and create income out of thin air.
Forever.
That's a conversation we had. Remember when I was telling them, okay, so let's talk investments. Because again, one of the things that we want to do, in the near future, is begin to have networking events. We want to educate the community. But what happens if a 65-year-old, 60-year-old comes to you and says, okay, well, I'm not gonna get a life insurance. I'm gonna get a pre-need, but I want to invest. Like, what type of return on that investment are they gonna get? It's not very profitable. It's not gonna be a lot. I go, but there's still people pushing. Their life insurance lapse. They had a 30-year freaking term policy. Policy ends, and they have zero money. They have a little bit of money put away, and now they're getting told, well, you could renew your policy and you could invest. But it's like, what are you investing at 60?
Right.
It's like
that is a real world problem. It's an industry fault. You with me? And here's the crazy part, because who gets blamed the most when the terms expire and they don't have any money? What company gets blamed the most? It's going to be Primerica.
They're the ones who promote the term.
They're the ones that have championed the whole buy term, invest the difference. And it's crazy because Primerica is not even the #1 insurance carrier when it comes to term insurance. It's Northwestern Mutual.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Northwestern Mutual is #1 in term insurance sales. #2 is not even Primerica. It's Banner Life, right? So Primerica is like third best. Third best. Like, they're not even the #1, but yet, because they're loud about it, they're the ones that get the shit into the stick where they're not even #1 in term sales. Like, you should be blaming Northwestern Mutual. You should be blaming Banner Life because they're just selling the term and they're not teaching people. Now, does everybody with a Primerica policy have an investment? Probably not. Probably not. But they have more people with an investment than Banner Life and Northwestern Mutual, probably.
True, very true.
So it's like, it's an industry thing. Because we, under the AAAs, the State Farms, all these carriers, they all sell term insurance too. So when they sell them, they're leaving the client exposed. And they're only selling 10-year term policies, 15, 20-year term policies. They're not really doing any real comprehensive planning and for whether it be estate planning, retirement planning, tax plan. They're not doing any of that. They just and fair. If you want to be a fucking insurance agent, cool.
Right.
But at least bring somebody in, because then we get the 60-year-old where they're fucked and they're struggling. Like, what are they going to do? Like, you're literally playing with people's future.
One thing you just pointed out right now, this is what I always followed you, and I'll continue to follow you, because your mentality is about really teaching families how to totally do a financial plan, because now you're teaching about trust. Right? And so you're putting everything together, not just not just the insurance, the investment, but how to protect their homes as well.
All that.
Talk to us a little bit about that, would you?
So I go on these little rants, right? At first it was, the insurance, the IU cash value, or it is a fucking scam. Okay, it's 100% scam, right? And I can fire off on that shit at a different time.
And a legal one too. Fuck.
But yeah, a legal one, right? Well, the next scam here is gonna be these fucking lawyers, right? That do the estate planning, right? And if you're a lawyer, listen to this shit. Yeah, fuck you, right? Because check this out. Check this out. Do you know how much just a trust it costs, like an average family? Like, just throw a number. What do you think it costs?
$600-700. I know that they're what, like freaking pushing about $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, right?
4,000 or 5,000. Okay. So here's the scam. Okay. 90% of living trusts, they won't do what they're supposed to do because the trust never gets funded. Right. Meaning they don't take the real estate out of your name and put it into the trust name. Okay. And it's not difficult, bro. It is not difficult. It is probably one of the, once you know how to do it, once you know how to do anything, it's not hard. Right. Yeah. So trade it. Well, my thing is, let's say I'm the lawyer and you came to me and I taxed your ass $5,000. Okay. And then I give you some instructions. Go fund your own trust. Right. You're gonna be like, well, I just paid you fucking $5,000. Aren't you gonna do that shit for me? Yeah, a lot of these lawyers, bro, they don't do it, but they'll take your money to put your information, some sort of fucking software, hit print, here are your papers, but mean nothing. If you die, right?
It still goes into probate.
It still goes to probate because it was never funded, but they took your money. Right. And then I was just on the phone with the lady today, actually, or yesterday. I go, yeah, I had to update my trust, and the fucking lawyer taxed me another $800. I'm like, he fucking charged you again $800, and it's not funded, money. And he's a lawyer, and it wasn't funded. I'm like, dude, this guy's a scam artist, 100%. Now, are all lawyers like that? No, there's some lawyers and some companies that, or paralegals or whoever's doing, they'll actually fund it for you. Good. So for those of you guys that are listening to this shit and you guys are getting a living trust, make sure if you're gonna pay $1 or any dollar amount, you ask them, are you going to fund it? And if the answer is no, probably find someone who, because why would you pay them? Like,
because I mean, if they hand me a fucking, if I go and I get a trust with you, I pay you 5 G's. Pay you a G.
Just anything.
Yeah, I pay you a G. I'm going to you because obviously I don't fucking know what's going on.
Right.
I just know you're supposed to have a trust. I don't fucking know how they work. You tell me, here's my grand. And then you give me some papers. When you hand me those papers, I'm thinking
you're done.
I'm done. Boom, let's go.
Most people are like that.
Yeah.
Most people are like that.
That's, dude, what the, dude.
So this is the next little exposing that I want to do because it's happening, bro. It's happening every day. And then going back to the Latino community, like, I don't know where they get these stats from, but like supposedly 60% of Americans don't have a living trust. I'm like, so you're saying 40% do? I go to East LA, let me go knock on 1,000 of these. None of them are going to have it. Maybe they're talking about 60% of white people, right? In like fucking Temecula or something. Not in our Hispanic community. Very rarely because one, they're just not, nobody's talking about it.
They don't know
They don't know. A lot of them don't know. And then when they start learning fucking $3,000, I need to buy groceries.
Right.
Yeah. It's literally, they got to decide.
Because they think that just by putting it under the kid's name, that's going to be good enough for it.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Right.
It's because that was the whole thing back then, right? And I know a few people that said, I'm not gonna name no names, but I know a few people said, oh well, when I go, I'll just pass over my property to my kids. I said, yeah.
Right before I go.
I go, you know that there's a thing called fucking probate, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that shit's gonna screw them up, especially if they're not financially sound.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna lose a property. I'm just saying.
It's expensive. It's like 2 years. The average time frame is 20 months, and it costs about between 5 and 7%. So we'll just make the math easy. I mean, hey, it's not that uncommon to have $1 million property in California.
Nowadays, yeah.
So 7%, that's 70 racks, 70,000 just in, 50 to 70,000 just in probate fees. And before,
what about lawyer fees?
Well, all that stuff. Yeah, like 50 to 70,000 in lawyer fees, court fees, and all that. So let's say fast forward 20 months before they release any of your shit, they're gonna want the money first. And if you don't have fucking life, you're not liquid. You're gonna have to figure out how to get that. If you want the property, they want their money first, man.
Yeah.
So this is where a whole plan. Like, do you have life insurance? Is the life insurance inside the trust? Right? You asked me, should I put my little girlfriend? Fuck no. Right? I'm never gonna put my spouse or my baby mom because I don't even trust you.
Right.
See, but I trust my trust.
Right.
So my question to him was this, and we're gonna go ahead I told her I was gonna ask this question because it's like, okay, you get your life insurance, and you're dating this baddie, right? She hot as a motherfucker. She got bomb body, pretty face. So this fucker's falling in love, and he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna put my life insurance in her name. What's your answer when she says, "Oh yes, I'm gonna marry you"?
Yeah, no. The answer is hell no, right? I'm gonna put it into my.
You heard it first.
Right the fuck here.
Don't do that, right? Even if you are married, shoot. Because for what? Like, hey, they have every right to be happy on their own, right? Well, not on my fucking dime. Right. I ain't gonna go be happy on my life insurance money
not
on
the
my
Sancho.
ass. Hell no. So if you are, for those of you guys that are watching this shit, right? If you want to make sure that the Sancho doesn't get a dime of your hard-earned efforts of the price you paid your entire life, right? Of entrepreneurship, the late nights and all that for some other little sucker, some buster to take advantage of that shit. Put your shit in a trust and add some direction, and you make sure the people that, like, hey, if she wants to go have kids with another dude and all that, fine. Let him take care of that shit. My assets are going to my daughter or whatever I created for in perpetuity. Like, we're good. Like,
So you're saying, Jonathan, put the beneficiary is a trust.
That's correct.
Right. Because if you do put, like, let's say you're one of your kids, an older kid, right? It can still go through probate, right? If somebody
if they
fights over it.
If
somebody contests it, let's say forgotten somebody, whoever, right?
He knows somebody. He has a story.
I got a story. I'm not divulging no names. No. But I just heard something today on the way here. I did. I said,
my neighbor, damn it.
It was apparently this lady, her half brother was contesting a life insurance. So it went through probate.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even give her any information.
Yeah.
So it went through probate. So I was like, damn. You know, you have to put it in the trust so then they don't get contested.
Exactly. Right. That avoids probate.
See, and that's
that's instructions.
But you think about it, right? Because let's go back to this property, especially in our Latino community. These are parents that are working 2 or 3 jobs. And they're sacrificing and they're saving money and they're saving for the down payment, right? Getting their credit correct. And this is not a 2-month process. This is like a year, 2-year, 3-year process to buy the asset. That in most cases, this is the biggest asset and the biggest purchase of their life. All for it. Like I want you to think about, they spent years trying to get this asset. They didn't even spend 1 hour on how it transfers when I die. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that shit crazy that you put all this planning to buy it, but
that's
you
good
didn't
right there.
spend 1 fucking hour on if I die, how is this shit gonna get transferred in the
them
most
for social
efficient
media,
way?
bro.
In the most efficient way possible.
And you know, and getting to that, bro, there's a lot of you hear a lot of Latinos say this shit. Well, again, because this wasn't even disclosed. This wasn't even a subject. A couple years ago, trusts weren't, unless bullshit aside, unless you were white, you didn't know much about trust, right?
Or you a big misconception is like you have to be rich or you have to have a lot of money.
So that was the idea, right? So a lot of Latinos that I know, their thing was, well, as soon as I sell my house, as soon as I get ready to pass away, I'll just leave my house to my kids. Yeah, you said the magic word, kids. Who's keeping the house? Because there's gonna be a fight. And among a lot of Latinos,
all the time. It happens all the time.
So I'm like, all this stuff you have to prepare for. But now I'm glad you're coming through with all this, because even on a trust, right? We advocate for a trust. We advocate for people to get wills and trust. But now we're finding out trusts are even kind of shady as well. So it's like, holy shit, you know what I mean?
Well, it depends on who prepares.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like now you got to be careful with that end too. It's not just the insurance side. Now you're like, fuck it. Like I told you, I walk out of that fucking that office with papers in hand. I think I got my trust in hand. Fuck yeah. And I guarantee you, 80%. I'll just use 80. 80% think the same shit.
They absolutely do, or they don't even understand what this trust is doing, because remember, it's legal language in that trust, right? It's not like 5th grade or anything like that. It's legal language. So I always tell people, if you're gonna go pay for a trust, make sure they fund it for you. Like, they do the paperwork, because you're a parent, life. Like, imagine, I can't wait to fill these forms and go to the recording office and do this and And if I do it wrong, right, like there's too much. Like pay the professional. If you're gonna pay them, make sure they do that stuff. And if they're not gonna do it, find someone else that will.
That's
because
crazy shit.
It's a shady business.
But someone that's going to educate you through the whole process,
That's correct.
right? Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Because that's
I mean, you're paying them to hold your hand, realistically. And if they're not going to hold your hand, then why the fuck are you paying them? Like,
and I'm a look. This is why I look at this. Like, I already got you to pay me $3,000. In a year from now, 2 years from now, you want to kind of make it. You know what the adjustment is? Let's just change. Cause I changed my last name. Mm-hmm. Okay, $300. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're gonna charge just to make one little update? A lot of these attorneys do that.
Yeah.
Man, it's a money game. They're in a business.
Right.
But I'm like, bro, you could do that shit fucking for free. Come on. Like, stop taking advantage of people.
Yep.
right.
Especially, so this is where I see kind of our Latino community or our Hispanic community is why they can't get ahead. It's not because it's a lack of resources. It's because they don't trust, because they hear all this stuff that now I'm gonna get taken advantage of. So I do a lot of this shit for free. Like, I educate and I literally tell people, like, I go on these live streams. I'm like, go here, go there, click this, click that, boom, no commissions, right?
Yeah.
Like, do bam, 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 just fucking do everything as much as you possibly can. And then, you know, through that process, I've learned that people are just, okay, this guy's for real. Fuck it, I'll pay you to do it. I'm like, you don't have to pay me. I'll still do the shit for free. Like, go here, walk. Like, I don't want you to be taken advantage of. And the education is what's going to set people free, because once you're educated, no one can take advantage of you.
And that is true.
see,
That is
that's
fucking,
just
that is
it right
true.
there.
And the shit is, bullshit aside, and I'll be willing to admit it. All right? Prior to this pod, I thought all I had to do was just go get a fucking a trust and I was done.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
Right.
I mean, call me crazy, but I swear to God, I'm all like, if I pay a motherfucking $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to handle this shit for me, I'm thinking everything's being handled for me.
Yeah.
You hand me the forms, those are the forms that I'm putting in my safe. You know, that's it. Now I gotta pay your ass 5 G's and I still gotta go do some work.
Right.
Dude, it's like
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of fucking going to these fucking stores nowadays. You go to fucking self checkout. I'm like, I still gotta pay.
Right.
I'm still buying that shit myself.
I don't work here. Why am I going to check
Do
my
I
shit
get a
out?
I'll
discount?
never do
Why am I
self-checkout.
buying that shit
Right,
myself?
right,
I love that. Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Dude, it's scandalous, man. Because I've been going to a lot of these like estate planning workshops.
Right.
Because I just want to see what's happening. And there's a bunch of seniors here, right? Because they're the ones that are really looking for this shit, right? And yeah, you know, to start 4,800, but we can go up to 10,000 depending on how complicated your city. So I always ask, do you guys do the funding? Oh no, we're gonna teach you how to do the funding.
Oh,
what the fuck am I paying you for? What are all these people?
Damn.
$10,000
Oh, dude.
and no funding. Now that I know that you gotta fund that shit, now fuck that. You're funding
You're
my
gonna ask
shit.
them.
Right.
You're gonna ask. No, you should do the funding. What am I paying you for?
Yep.
You're going to fund it for me. If
Holy
I'm gonna pay you, you
shit.
fund the shit for me. You and I'm not just talking the real estate. You fucking get the bank accounts. You do the brokerage accounts, the retirement accounts, the life insurance. You do it all. I just need to show up and get it notarized, and it's done. Like, that's all I do.
See, because that, honest to God, again, I go right back to the same shit. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know, right? But I'm like, I was under the impression that when you get a trust, I just got to give you my shit and be like, here's my life insurance, here's the mortgage, here's this, here's that, and you handle that shit. Like, the fuck do I need you for if I got to do it myself?
Right?
Like,
That's what I've been saying.
the most complicated shit I got to do myself, and I still got fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm not advocating for this shit, but you could just go on fucking ChatGPT and print out a fucking trust, right? And then do the shit. If that's the case, just do the shit yourself. Fuck do I pay you for? And they use scare tactics, bro. I kid you not. This is
Motherfuckers do?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I swear. This is what they say. You gotta make sure. So in like 1 month, I went to like 20 of these estate plans, planning workshops, right? And they're all lawyers, right? And they remind me of the fucking IUL guys. I swear to you guys.
Yeah,
Because
that's what it sounds
this
like.
is the IUL, right? You got to work with the right agent that's going to structure it properly for you, the IUL, right? And you got to think about an agent that's not commission driven. So I go to these estate planning. You know, we just reviewed another lawyer down the street and it wasn't properly set up. And I'm listening, I'm like, you fucking IUL guys. This is why it's so important to work with an attorney that knows what they're doing. I'm like, so remember, in 1 month, I went to like 20 of these. Every single one of them said that. So how do I know which one of you fuckers to trust? Because you just talk shit about every single one of them. And they say all of you guys are bad in everybody else's eyes. That the only one that knows how to do the trust is you. You're the only one that knows how to do this thing the best.
The IUL guys.
I swear, man.
I'm the only one that knows how to structure them right.
And I think like maybe out of those 20, like maybe 8 of them did the funding. I was like, all right, I get it. You're not that much of a piece of shit, but cool. I'll fuck with you. I'll rock with you.
Yeah. Yeah, but before you, I honestly didn't know how the trusts work at all. I was just, I do taxes, so I see a lot of people come in with their mortgage information, right? And to me, it's like, oh, okay, it's under your name. Now I know.
You're like, damn, your house is worth a lot of money.
It's like, bro, let's go. That's another.
It's just being an awareness. So whoever watches this stuff, if they actually get to, 57 minutes into this podcast, if they actually listen, they're going to get so much value in like, okay, now I know when I'm shopping for a trust what to ask for. And because a lot of times you don't even know what to ask.
Yeah.
That's okay, what are some, you know what, let's sit down. Now I know you got to ask that shit. Are you going to fund my shit, right?
Yeah. Are you going to fund
What other questions is there to ask?
When it comes to a trust?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you going to fund it for me? Okay, does what kind of proactive planning is gonna happen in my trust? Like, kind of like with taxes. This is one of the things I find with like CPAs. Like, they're just data intake fucking people. Like, hopefully these guys are not listening to me down the street.
That's okay.
Okay. Well, and what I mean by that, that they're reactive. Like the shit already happened, and they're just filing your shit. They're not.
That's honestly what I did because I'm just a tax preparer. I just bring the info, fill it out, and that's it.
And they're not proactive to be tax efficient for the future.
Exactly.
Well, same thing with like with these trusts, that they're just reactive and they're just trying to protect the obvious, but they're not thinking like advanced strategy. They're not thinking maybe proactive planning, especially with the real estate. So I'll give you one little G-nug here, right? Golden nugget is like with real estate. And I want you to think about this, especially with tax planning. So, because one of the things I tend to look things from a financial planning perspective.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not just from an estate planning perspective. Like, I try to take a holistic look at this shit. So, when you die, the surviving spouse, right? Like, we should teach the surviving spouse to argue, assuming that there's no estate tax. Okay, that there's no estate tax due. Okay, which in California there's no state estate tax, and I think it's like 14, 15 million, some shit like that, or 30 million. So it's a lot. So if you
30 for a couple.
Correct. Yeah. So somebody's gonna fact check. He's fucking wrong. Whatever. You get the fucking point here.
Yeah.
Okay? It's a lot of it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
You can't
so
afford.
If you don't have that money, right?
Yeah.
So assuming there's no estate tax due. Okay. Now we're going to teach the surviving spouse to argue, right, for the highest fair market value on the real estate, and this would be why. Okay, typically real estate appreciates at about 3, 4, 5% a year, give or take, right?
Right. So
let's say you have a $100,000 home, and we'll just meet right in the middle, 4%. It's going to grow $4,000 in equity, so 104, then 108, 9, 10, whatever, right? Through compounding, whatever.
Right.
Okay. Well, how long would it take that house to go from 100,000 to 150? 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. Okay. Well, we get something called a step up in basis when we die, meaning those gains are wiped out and it's tax free, which is a very powerful thing. So if we die and the house is worth $100,000, and if we can argue to get it appraised for 130, we just condense time frames because it's going to take 6-7 years, but we just got that extra 30,000 in growth today, which helps with long-term capital gains and more step up in cost base, which is very, very tax efficient. And a lot of these attorneys aren't really thinking about shit like that. They're just, let's just avoid probate. Good, but how can we take it to another level? You know what I mean? So those are some things like, how can I be proactive? And that's one of the things I would ask every attorney is like, how are we being proactive with taxes with everything here?
Yes.
That all my assets. So that would be probably one of the biggest things.
Dude, these sons of bitches don't want to fund a trust. You think they're going to fucking do the extra homework?
Right. Because look,
nope.
it's work. And the experience comes in and all that. And look, I'm not saying I know all the answers. right? It's just I am a
You
student.
turned this motherfucker into an attorney. I swear
Yeah.
to God. What
Bro.
the fuck? You should be
I
an
know.
attorney,
I
bro.
think that's one of the things you said. You're gonna get
what
your.
the
Oh
fuck?
yeah,
your
yeah. I go
license.
fuck as a
Might as
fucking
well,
side
huh?
quest, man. I'm gonna go past the
should,
bar,
bro,
Fuck
like-
a little side quest here.
You will be a fucking, you'll be a beast,
Yeah.
bro. Like shit.
Well, to me, it's like
Damn.
I want to be able to have like if it came to if an attorney heard this shit and he wanted to get ballsy with me, I want to be able to go toe to toe with this fucker,
Right.
Yeah.
and be able to stand my ground. So I do my due diligence every day, and I put the work in to get educated. And I don't know all the answers, and I'm sure there's gonna be some of that will light me up and put me in my place. But I welcome that shit
Yeah.
because it's only gonna make me better. And
Absolutely.
I really welcome and I encourage the dialogue, and this is why on my live streams I come up because there might be that one person that knows some shit that I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to get better, and I
Right.
want to, and I think everybody should welcome the pushback, the critical feedback. All
Fuck
that.
yeah, that's how you learn.
Yeah, because you got way better when you started talking to a lot of CPAs. Huh? You started learning so
CFPs and
much. Yeah.
CPAs, man, and really picking their brain. So
Right.
my CFP that I pay, his strength is tax planning. Okay,
Yeah.
so I was very strategic with how I chose him because do I know how to do my own tax? I could probably learn how to do that shit, right? And do I need him to manage my money? No, that's not what I'm paying my CFP for. I'm paying him because I saw value in that area that's a weakness for me. So I literally paid him whatever his fee was to be my CFP, just so he can answer my phone at any time.
Yeah.
So I abuse him. I call him a lot, and I'm picking his brain. I'm your client. You have to answer my call now. And I looked at it as mentorship.
Yes.
And I've learned a lot, man, a lot through that. And that was the best investment, right?
Yeah.
Better than any mutual fund, better than any business was that because I can apply that shit to my life, and it's gonna save me hundreds of thousands of dollars over my lifetime in taxes just by hiring him and getting educated. Because I'm not just hiring him and okay, go do the work. I'm hiring, and you're going to teach me what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure you're legit, and I want to get educated and all that.
Yeah.
smart
And the
ass
thing I love about Jonathan is that he teaches all of this shit. I mean,
shit.
almost.
Yeah, I
he's
fucking pay
giving
my
you-
CFA and I come back and teach you guys for
Yeah,
free.
he does.
And he's giving you the fucking
Yeah.
tricks on how to do this shit.
Yep.
Let's get into some of the comments. Well, not okay, we got Unbreakable. What is it? Unbreakable Wit. Ha 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 ha. Gabo for show.
Oh shit, there's a lot of comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go, Jonathan.
Okay.
The official Moreno. Let's go. Benny Perez Reyes. The scam of IUL is worse for Latinos. The agents that speak Spanish literally say it's a saving account,
yeah.
and that is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
It isn't. Breakable Wit. This guy doesn't miss. Of course he's not man. I'm learning all kinds of shit today. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Gay for show.
As long as you learn about those IULs.
Thank God he saw the issue and is working to fix it. Yep. And then obviously with the Alpha Dynasty Project, make sure you are liking, sharing, subscribing on all platforms across Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And then we have Gable for show. Now we have a couple of them from Gable. Well, we have the rest from Gable. This is great information. It should be done for you. So much value. You should ask what fees or costs would there be in the future if you need to amend your trust?
Oh, that's a good question too.
And then
Yeah,
strong her, wise her.
But they
weak
shouldn't
her,
charge you.
They
phenomenal
should.
child.
Yeah.
I just.
They shouldn't, but
They
you mother.
shouldn't. Yeah, they're. I mean, I don't know whatever that lawyer decides to charge.
But this is, I mean, but this is crazy, bro.
So it's like think about this, right? A client comes to you, then they have a life insurance policy,
Right.
and they need to update their beneficiary. Like, how hard is that shit?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Just
Two
change it.
click, boom, done. But no, $500. Huh?
Oh shit.
Like you see how bullshit that is? Like, and I don't know if it's really that simple for these lawyers, just like how it is for like a policy change, right?
Right.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, right. You're like, come on, bro, you're gonna charge for that shit. Like, you already took them. You already took them the first time. You already got them.
right.
He'll probably look at you straight in the eye and be like,
Yeah.
"Them Ferragamos ain't free."
Right, exactly. The Ferragamo, the Hermes belt. Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I look at things. I'm like, when you come from a place of serving first,
Yeah.
you're gonna get paid indirectly, direct somewhere. Just put
Absolutely.
people first, serve first. And I've learned that a lot of people aren't willing to operate in in a abundance capacity.
Right.
They're always scarcity because they don't know where their next sale is. Like, well, because
Yeah.
you bring no fucking value. Just start adding value to people's lives, and people are gonna willingly give you.
And
their
that's
money.
and that's exactly how they say you even become a millionaire through adding value to other people. When you add value, you make money. That's just the name of the game.
Yeah.
Shit, and you're adding a shit ton of value, so you should be fairly wealthy, sir.
We do all right, man. We do all right. We do all right. And you know what's crazy
Jonathan.
because
You want to the other Jonathan? Do you want to switch?
Yeah, we can do that. Let him know. And then-
All right, so I'll let it. So just put the link down here, ladies and gentlemen. We are a dual podcast. We are with Alpha Dynasty Project and Howl Over Bass right now. We're asking everybody who's here with us on the Alpha Dynasty Project to switch over to Howl Over Bass, also on YouTube. So you could what?
Chat.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and put the link down. What was that?
Y'all gonna put the link in the chat right now?
Yeah.
could you go ahead and do that on the
Oh.
yeah.
Well,
He's gonna put it
I
in
think
that
he's gonna
chat.
put it
Yeah.
in that chat, yeah.
So everybody who's here, just click on that link right there. Follow us to Howl Over Bass. We are going to be doing it on both platforms because I really, really want to make sure that this information gets out to everybody, and we do have a large following in Howl Over Bass as well. So, yeah, we have to share this shit as much as, and there's no time limit. So, it's not like we have a time limit. Do you have anywhere to go? No, right? No. Okay, we'll just keep going.
We're going.
Good shit. Damn, see, that's some crazy information, though. Like, damn.
Okay.
When I learned all this stuff,
See,
man.
when we first did the whole shit, I was like, all right, IUL, fuck IUL, like we're gonna kill this bitch. Like, I'm all like fucking pumped up because I'm like, I'm gonna learn this shit now. And
Damn.
now I'm like, I'm an advocate, right? For everybody should get a will and trust, and you should be getting your trust in place, and avoid probate and. And now you're telling me there's a fucking scam in the fucking trust world as well. Like,
These
what
guys,
the
man. These guys are wild. When
And see, with the IUL, you're talking about uninformed agents. Agents that probably don't have the full capability of understanding or don't have the training adequate training to be able to, present a good policy to somebody. These are fucking trained attorneys.
yeah, right.
This is a whole different ballgame, bro.
So it's no longer ignorance, right?
No,
you're doing this shit
shit.
on purpose.
On purpose.
You're doing this shit on purpose.
Absolutely.
And like you know they're not gonna fucking do it. Like bro. Like
Yeah,
I mean, come on, man. You talking? If they knew, they wouldn't have came to you,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
what you just said. Like
Yeah.
if I knew how to do this shit, I wouldn't be paying your ass for this stuff.
Yeah.
And so back to the Latino community, right? Those are the because they're the ones that are being left exposed.
Yeah.
And this is why they're always having to start all over, right? They're having to start from scratch again because they can't necessarily leave these assets, or a lot of Latinos don't have insurance at all.
Yep.
So they can't leave that little, like, the little start of the little, hey, here, start. You don't have to start from scratch. Like, here's a little bump.
Yep.
They can't do that. And it's like, we're always trying to figure this shit out, right? Every generation has to restart over. And, you look at these the white people,
Yeah.
right? And why is it that they're able to continue to progress faster? It's just because the transfer of the information goes from mom and dad, from the trust or whatever their business and all that. I actually saw a reel, a very powerful reel today, I think. And it was like, why don't we normalize, right? Instead of, forcing our kids to get jobs and shit.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Why don't we normalize them mastering a piece of the family business so that it can continue to grow and grow the wealth and all that.
Yep.
And I thought that was so powerful because we're always trying, like you might not have to be passionate about what the family business is, but I think you're going to be passionate about being financially independent.
Absolutely.
And then use the financial independence to go whatever the fuck makes you happy.
See,
right?
But this is, and then there comes this whole thing, right? That and it's come about many a times, and I heard it many a times. I'm sure you guys heard it too. If you do something you love to do, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, look, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. There is a lot of shit that I do that I fucking hate doing.
Same here.
All right?
Same here.
So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I love doing what I do. but it has me where I'm currently at right now, right?
But
So
the
it's
outcome is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the funds are good, the lifestyle's good, everything's good. In order to do, or in order to get, ahead in life, let's not kid ourselves. There's gonna be a lot of shit that you're gonna do that you hate doing. So, and I tell everybody, oh, well, it's because I don't like doing that. Look, you need to build a foundation. Once that foundation is set, if you're taking over a family business, like you said, learn the business. It might not be something you like, but if you could get that business to run itself, then you could dedicate some of your time into something that you want to do yourself. Now you have two businesses.
Correct.
Now you're operating at a
Yes.
different level. Now you could focus on shit that you like while you're still making money.
Correct.
And the shit
100%.
is, oh, no, it's because I don't like that. I want to be a fucking, and I'm an artist. I illustrate, I design, I love art. It's just not something that I would do for a living. Because in the art world, it's very limited what you can do, right? Or what you can make and fun-wise or whatnot. So painting like murals and stuff like that, you don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So if I said, oh, you know what, I want to dedicate to being an artist. Yes, I could be an artist and I could paint all day and I could have a lot of fun and I could enjoy every minute of it. Yeah. What type of a lifestyle would I have?
Yeah.
I might be one of the lucky ones that hits and somebody likes the paintings and wants to buy a grip of them and all of a sudden they skyrocket before I die.
Yeah.
Right? But the odds of that happening are very, very slim. So then you got to do shit that you don't like sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So that right there, what you said is something that I truly agree with. Like, if you could get somebody in your family to take over that business, point shit, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they can learn it the way you do and even include.
Yeah, I was wanted to be a male stripper, but it just didn't pay the bills. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, he did it for a minute. He tried to do it here. I told him, no, fucker, you can't.
They didn't want to put a pole here.
It's going to be the original set for the podcast.
No,
right?
no, I told him, hey,
That was amazing, but-
you want to go to that event? He's all like, no. Bad memory.
Not that
He'd be
event.
like, instead of making money, I was paid.
That's great.
They know my performer name.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah.
You got eyes for those to read?
Yeah, keep it up. It's I can't really. Gabo for sure. Okay. Okay, that's us. Be sure to like and subscribe to our partners channel here. Okay. Gabo for sure. Mastering the family business is powerful. Absolutely is. Do it like people did back in the days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. The official Moreno.
Yep,
That's right.
And that is fucking truth though, man. There's a lot of business got taken over by look, I'll share one story of a business going back into business, right? There was this lady I used to work for back in the day. She took a bicycle, her dad owned a bicycle company or bicycle shop here in the city of Downey. So she took over that shit. It was a bicycle shop, bro. Like fucking take your bike, fix your bike, put new tires, whatever.
Schwinn bike.
Yeah,
Back in the
whatever. GT performer like back in my days. You will take your bike.
Those are the shit.
Yeah, this lady took
bought mine at
that,
Walmart.
that small business, and then started adding like locks to it. Started adding this to a point, bro, where she was running a fucking multi-million-dollar company.
Damn.
She was working with Apple, with Ross, with TJ Maxx, all these big ass companies, like all the big stores that you see. She was actually doing all the mains for them to a point where there was this contract that got done for Apple on this door fixture. She took over doing the entire repairs on all the Apple stores in the United States and Canada.
That's crazy.
So took that little bike shop, turned it into a monster business, and then sold it for God knows how many millions of dollars.
It's amazing.
So it's like, did she like doing it? Oh, probably not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she just put her own vision to it, she probably didn't like fixing bikes, but then she added more stuff to it, and before you know it, it blew up. She had offices here, Arizona, Nevada.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me is important, bro, because then that starts with the business side, and then you get the formal education on this end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck,
a lot of
that is
companies start
powerful,
like that.
bro.
Big companies
is
start like
powerful,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
See, like not a lot of people know even about those fucking the what is it, key man policies? and
Key man
shit?
policies, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for
And-
businesses.
yeah.
Just don't create an LLC just for that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just financial literacy, man, is just at an all-time low.
Yeah.
And yet everything that we do in our life is going to require some form of it. We're going to make money eventually, somehow, some way. So
Yep.
we should probably learn taxes, right? Like tax is going to be our biggest expense in our entire life. So we should learn how to be the most efficient in that area. We're gonna buy some sort of insurance.
Yeah.
So we're gonna buy eventually a mortgage. Like a lot of people don't understand how a mortgage works. So so check this out. There's like these new builds, right? That they're having these introductory rates for like 3%.
Right.
And
If you buy directly from them.
from the builder, right?
manufacturer.
3%, right? Or like, because right now rates are like 6, right? 5, whatever they are, right? But like 3-4%, okay? But if you read the fine print, so people that don't know anything, right, will probably hop all over that shit.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
And then after, but it's only for 5 years,
Yes.
right? Or 3 years, but I think 5 years. And then you have to or you don't have to, but the rate's going to go up. You with me? So typically you would refinance. So you just got yourself a 35-year mortgage instead of a 30, and you're gonna pay more interest.
Oh, shoot.
You with me? So once
Yeah.
you think about it like that, it's like when people don't read those things, right? Or like when people refinance, I think that's probably a very man, you got to be very careful because you start the loan all over again.
Yep.
Right? Like let's say you're 10 years in, you refinance, you just fuck another 30 years. So there's something called recasting of a mortgage. So let's say you've been making extra payments, right? Your house payment's $2,000 or $3, whatever it is, but you've been paying $500 more a month.
Okay.
Well, instead of trying to refinance and get a lower rate, you just recast. It might cost you $500, $800. Every lender is different, but you just recast the mortgage, and then it'll lower your payment, kind of like what a refinance would try to do, but without restarting the years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's called recasting, and people don't know that stuff.
Right.
Because they think that the only way to lower your payment is to refinance.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
you fucking mortgage brokers, what the fuck? Like, this is not something you want to like, let people know
Well,
about?
because is recasting commissionable?
Wow. Yeah, that's a
Probably.
good question. Yeah. Probably not. I mean,
yeah,
if they
or
don't
if it
know
is, it's very minimal.
Yeah.
Right?
I know a bunch of mortgage brokers. You fuckers, you guys better start fucking
Yeah.
popping up this information. What the-
Recasting. Yeah, just recast the mortgage.
See, see, dude, what the fuck? We need to bring him like on multiple episodes. Some shit. You ain't going nowhere, bro. Like, what the fuck?
So, okay, so I mean, my mom. Okay, so my mom is she's an investment advisor, right?
Right.
So she has to take a fiduciary approach to things, and I'm telling you, it's not just insurance. Clearly, we just saw it's fucking attorneys, right? But it's also realtors. Thank you. It's also realtors because the realtor was advising the client because this is like a $700,000 home, right? I mean, that's a nice little fat commission for that real. Advising to liquidate the investments.
Yep.
To liquidate the investments, pay the taxes on the investments to buy the house, and like adamant. No, we got to do it. I'm like, they don't have to. That's fucking horrible advice to do that. The way you're explaining it, but $700,000 on what was it 1%, 2%?
Yeah.
These realtors get paid because
Damn.
it's commission. It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah, of
commissionable
course.
transaction.
Yeah.
And
That's how they get paid.
not putting the client, first
Yeah.
at all. So it's across the board with all these financial services, right? With mortgage and back to the trust. Okay, I really believe this is where estate planning starts because with the title people, with the mortgage people, you're literally there. And I get it. You can't necessarily give them any legal advice and all that, but you're catching everything right there.
Yep.
Set the fucking trust up. Like they bought the house.
Yeah.
Help them, fucker. Like,
But help them the right fucking way.
yeah.
Don't play that game.
Well, so the right way is don't put it in their name. Just put it in the trust name. Like that's all. When you set the title up, remember when you buy the house, you got to go through the title, right? So instead of putting their name, just put it in the trust. Well, they don't have it. Well, fucking set the trust up.
Yeah.
Set it up. This is the time to do it. Instead of putting it in their name and then you get the trust a year later or days later, then you got to take the trust out of the personal name, put it into that's called funding it. Well, all that shit could have been avoided when you were there before they signed the fucking mortgage.
Damn.
This makes just do
Yeah.
it there. Just fucking do it there. But see, people aren't thinking like that shit.
It's because that's again that demands a little bit extra thought, demands a little more work, and if they
Plan
want
it
to cut
out.
corners and not work as much. And let's be honest, a lot of these mortgage brokers, real estate agents, they're a bunch of youngsters. All they're thinking about is just making the money.
Correct.
They're not really after freaking helping families out, bro. You got some old school ones that've been around the game. They know the game. They understand the
Right,
game.
yeah.
And those are probably going to look after you. They're probably going to look out really well for you. But that's when it comes down to it, you have to find experienced people. Shit. Do your homework.
Yeah.
Like, fucking don't, I always say, do your homework. Like, don't sign with the first fool that talks very sweet to you. And that goes for even my business. Like, you meet me up, right off the bat. You go do your homework first. I advocate for that shit. I think you heard me when I was telling me. I mean, you could go look around,
Price it out.
Yeah, price it out. Let me know what you think, and then give me a call if you're still interested. I'm not the cheapest one, but I'm also not the most expensive. But I'm gonna give you the quality of service you deserve.
Service,
but that
right.
quality of service is it costs. Same thing for everything else. Like when you tell a Latino, and this goes for even like for my dad. God rest his soul, but. Even back then, you would tell my dad, like, oh, something is worth $2,000, but I'm going to give it to you for $300. My dad would look at it and be like, what's the catch?
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
Yeah, give me
Something chop on that.
But if you tell him, you know what, it's worth $2,000. But, I mean, shit, I know the market value is $2,000. I could probably do... $1,800, but that's as low as I can go. I can't go any lower than that because then I won't be making profit.
Sure.
Yeah.
So my dad will respect that. Be like, okay, well that makes sense. You know what? I'll take it for $1,800.
Sure.
So you got to know your limits too. You got to know who you're freaking playing with.
Yeah. And I'm not here to knock into who needs to cheapen the value.
Knocking the fuck out.
I just when the value's there's no need to cheapen the value,
Right.
Or cheapen the opportunity.
Right.
You with me?
They'll
Like
see the value.
if you're going to charge whatever your fee is, like deliver though.
Yeah.
Like deliver on that.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any problem paying for something as long as there's value attached to it.
Exactly. Yeah,
That's what I'm buying.
that's it.
I'm buying the value. I'm buying a service, and there's a reason why I drive a certain car. Like I can drive a fucking Honda, and not knocking anybody who, but I don't drive Honda. Like I rather spend a little bit more for something.
Yeah.
It's still gonna get me to the same destination, right? But it's a comfort. It's value for me.
Something that you want,
Something that
yeah.
I want, and everybody has their preference, right? Whatever.
Absolutely.
But same thing with all these services, like, and I've done that many times where people will go on, like, can you sell me life? And I can't fuck with you. Like, go to someone else, because I have certain things that I'm looking for.
Yep.
I'm not gonna just work with anybody. So
Selective on your clientele base. I like that. You have to be sometimes.
selective.
Yeah, I believe that too. Like sometimes it's better just to turn freaking work away. You know what I mean?
Not everybody deserves to be your client, and you don't want everybody to be your client anyways.
Yeah.
Fuck no. God,
You
no.
don't want everybody to be your client. So there's times where I'm like, I fucked up. Man.
Yeah.
I should have never taken this. I'm
Oh,
pissed. And
man.
now I'm obligated to like shit, man.
There's times when you walk into that business deal, right? You close the fucking deal, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna be a nice guy, cause today I feel like being a nice guy. I'm gonna deliver on the job because I know I can deliver, right? Like I always tell everybody, with me, you're getting a Rolls Royce at the price of a Mercedes. That's what you're getting. It's a Mercedes price, but it's a Rolls Royce, right? And I give them discounts, and I work with them. The worst, dude. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I've heard.
sometimes.
I remember that story with that lady.
Oh my God! I was like, dude.
Same thing probably in the tax.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think I lost like a shit ton of hair. I aged
Absolutely.
I aged like about 10 years in that specific. It's because, yeah, dude. Sometimes I'm in agreement with you. Sometimes you got to be selective and be like, you know what? Maybe I'm just not the guy for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's A-okay, man.
Right.
It's A-okay. I'm not here
It's
to
not
serve
you,
everybody.
it's me.
No.
Yeah, straight up.
See, but that's where it comes out, man. Fuck. Dude, anything else you fucking want to talk about? Shit. Like, I mean, I came in thinking I knew shit. Now I'm like, fuck. I
told you didn't know
I need to go
shit.
back to school. See, you guys don't understand how much information you guys are getting.
So look at right here. Mortgage loan officers are also in it for the money, right?
Yeah.
Loan officers do not want to do So look,
Yep.
That don't
God,
extra
like
work.
anybody who's in like a sale, like a direct sale, like mortgage, real estate, going that extra to add the value sometimes doesn't reward you monetarily up front. Right. And see, everybody is trying to do minimal effort.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Minimal effort, man. But they want the $1 million. They want the
max
fat commission.
Yes.
They want all the bells and the whistles,
Right,
right?
right. Without the
And
work.
Without the work, right? Without getting better, without putting the extra time, the due diligence to provide the value and go above and beyond. Like, Like I'm not too dialed in with mortgages at all. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's not something that I understand. But like if I was doing that, I'm gonna like talk about estate planning. I'm gonna talk about all these things.
It's needed.
Because so I did a Zoom with a bunch of realtors. Okay, last week. Is there any other comments? Okay, last week. And I go, what are you going to do to separate yourself from the million other people that have a real estate license?
Amen to that.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? And I promise you, because like I'm a big believer is how you get them is how they'll leave you. So if you get a client with through like a commission, like, oh, I can do it cheaper.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna leave you for
Yeah.
someone who is cheaper too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Just
if
like
you
that.
if you got them through value, the only way they're gonna leave you is someone who's more valuable, and we already know most people aren't gonna do the work to become more valuable.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
They're just not going to do that.
Yeah.
So if you just has nothing to do with the commission. Now, let's not be outrageous, right? Let's be competitive, but we're not going to cheapen our value. Let's just add a fuck ton of value.
Yeah.
So
Know your
like,
value. Know your
yeah.
value.
So like from a real estate standpoint, are you just gonna sell them the fucking house, or are you gonna talk about the tax planning, the real estate,
Right.
you know, the estate plan? Are you gonna do
Estate
all
planning,
of that?
right.
Because if you fuck with me, this is what you're gonna get. Because the guy down the street has no idea what any of this stuff is,
Yep.
and this is why I'm justifying my fee, and I'm gonna walk you through this process.
Right.
And that for my old school friends, it's called walking that extra mile.
Right, right.
I mean, the ones like you said, the ones that have separated themselves and are very successful right now are people that freaking took that extra step. That did the little things that may seem insignificant. You may not get no compensation out of it, but you know what? Doing those little fucking things gets you a referral base. I could honestly tell you, my referral base, and I told you before, right? It's about 90 to 95%.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
my business, right? My business is almost composed of 90 to 95% of referrals.
Yeah. All referrals.
Because you go that extra mile, you do the little extras that nobody else wants to do.
Yep.
That I'm 100%. If any mortgage brokers are freaking watching this, understand one thing: these are freaking gold nuggets that you need to take home, study them, and say, you know what? I need to start offering this shit because that's gonna put you in a different game. Like it's
It
gonna-
really is.
Yeah, dude.
Right. So I've come to learn that most people are they're gonna do very minimal stuff. And that's why it's so easy to win. It's so easy to win.
Just
do what
just the work.
these
Do
fuckers
the
are
work.
just not willing to do.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
you start separating yourself massively.
Yeah.
And then you start attracting a different type of client.
Yes.
Because now people have money, right? Because look, I respect everybody, right? Whatever your income level is, whatever. But the minute you start, because people are looking for the value, the one that have the money,
Yeah.
right? The big whale client, if you will.
Right. Yes.
You're going to, with low value, yeah, you might hit once or twice, right? The person that has the money, right?
But no referrals.
But you're not going to do it consistently.
Yeah.
Right, because the person, like, if you want to start attracting big clientele in any industry, you with me? You need to start adding more value because those people understand what the value looks like and what it sounds like.
Right,
It's just a different talk. Next thing you know, you're in different rooms, right? Like kind of what we're talking about with the social club. Like
Right.
those people, they're not dumb.
Yep.
They're not dumb. They understand what the talk is. The talk is. Next thing, okay. Homeboy has an idea what he's talking about. Let me hang out a little bit more. All right. And they're just filling you out. That's all they're doing. Just to make sure, one, you're not full of shit. Right?
Yeah.
And two, that you understand all right, here's $1 million. Manage it for me. Or I'm in the market for a fucking commercial property. Boom. Now, next thing you know, transactions are starting to happen.
Right.
And big ones too.
Big ones.
Yeah.
Big ones.
See, because somebody, and that's the reason why I was telling you that you know, and that'll come later. We're not gonna talk about it right now, but that was the idea, getting these type of people in there, to where they come up to you and they start listening to you, and you're gonna have that one dude that's gonna be in the background just listening. He might not ask many questions, but he's gonna be listening. Then all of a sudden, he's gonna ask you that one question, and then he's gonna test you on that one question. And the moment you answer the question the way he wanted that question answered, bro, yeah, that's when he's
Instant
gonna
credibility.
be like 100 million. He's probably a billionaire for all you know. And now he's gonna be like,
That's how
"Look,
it starts,
I want
honestly.
You to, I want to test things with you. Let me give you 50 mil to manage.
Yeah.
Bro, 50 mil for us is
Yeah. So that's a funny story, right? So I'll take this to my mom, right? She had a client, and he was playing with her, right, testing her, right. I think I don't know, it was like 20 grand or some shit like that, right? And she's all excited. Well, she does her thing. Fucking, here's $1 million.
Yeah.
Right? Like seriously, here's $1 million.
Right.
He was just filling her out, and a lot of people, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna test you. They just
Yeah.
want to make sure. Now she's in that little network. Well, it's a big network that this guy has, and now she's starting to do these bigger transactions more consistently.
I've seen
but it's
that.
because she has put the due diligence. She's done her part and put in the time and the effort and the hours to get better and all that.
Right.
And I see that with everybody who does this, where they start adding value, they start getting better, they start putting the time in and mastering their craft.
And that's what I noticed. People in your Telegram, the Telegram you have, talking about the trust. All those people want to learn more. They want to give value to their clients, which is.
I'm
super
so glad that you
powerful.
bring that up because let's kind of bring it back to like the whole PHP, the Primericas,
Yes.
there's a lack of training, and this is because I get all these guys in my DMs, all these from all walks of life, right, from all these companies, right, and the number one thing, I just want to learn.
Yeah.
I want to learn. Right. So it's not that there's a lack of willingness to learn because they're motivated to go learn, right? It just, you can't teach something you don't know. So you're working with an upline or who, look, I'm not going to knock them. They're doing their best with the tools they have and what's up here. They're doing their best.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I mean, we can't knock them because they can take responsibility and go learn this shit.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this app. Okay. It's called YouTube. You can fucking learn anything on that bitch.
Yeah.
You can learn anything on that fucker.
Yeah.
And you could watch the Alpha Dynasty Project
And
and,
you can
Howard
watch
Bass.
this.
You can watch this shit up in this joint. See, but that's the shit though, right? Like, and I think for many of these companies, that is the problem.
It is a problem.
We had that conversation.
Yeah.
I'm like, I saw the value in having this license. Then came about the other opportunity, which even amped up the value in having this type of license to be able to offer this to families and help them out.
Right.
But then I told you the lack of training to an extent is what hurts this specific type of industry. And the fact that, yes, you can say, well, watch the videos, drive in, an hour and a half every day. That's unreal. Like you can't, I mean, I advocate for everybody. If you're starting this business, have your job on the side. If you have a job on the side, you slowly start, intertwining into the business, and then you don't have that kind of time, which means the training's not going to be there, which means you're going to fucking end up leaving it. And you're the one selling these policies.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It's like shit. Right? That's fucking
Everybody
nuts,
should
bro.
be part-time. You need to earn your way to be full-time.
I agree.
And if you can replace your income consistently over a 3, 4, 5 month period, because I think people get overambitious. And honestly, it's the environments that these people are in because they get stuck at these meetings and they're kind of being pressured to leave their jobs.
Right.
They're kind of being pressured to, and then next thing you know, when you're not maybe making any income, you start making bad choices, right? You start maybe submitting shit that isn't, it's questionable because you start getting too fucking creative, right? And creativity we already know where that leads to, right? Bad business. So I just think stay part-time, right? Maybe not for as long as you possibly can, because you should be intentional with if you want to make this a career. So sometimes this is just a great second career.
Right.
Who said this had to be your primary career? Who said you can serve a lot of people still, keep your job, do
Very
this?
true.
Who said that this had to be your full-time income? You know what I mean? Now, for those of you that want, be intentional with it. And when I mean intentional, learn how to be self-sufficient and make money. Right?
And honestly, you're going to have to learn on your own because, shit, I'm sorry. But you're going to have to learn on your own because, I mean...
Not necessarily. I mean, you can find people like Jonathan.
No, yes, but that's
willing
what I'm saying. It's like,
but
you gotta do your due diligence on your own. So it's like, for many people out there, and I've noticed this, for many people that come into the business and say, I come with Eddie. So Eddie's my upline. Now I'm putting all my faith in Eddie to train me, but then Eddie has a million different fucking things going on, which he can't train me. Then I'm sitting around, then it gets to a point where Eddie's telling me, "Oh well, hey bro, like you gotta fucking start selling." You gotta start selling. I'm like, fuck, like man, I don't want to look bad. And then Eddie puts me, and that's one of the things that I've seen in multiple companies. Eddie puts me on blast in front of everybody. You ain't fucking selling shit. You're, right?
Yeah.
So now you're making me feel like shit. Now I feel like a fucking,
The accountability part.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck,
Well, a lot of times they humiliate you.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
They put you in a little section for going zero, right? Or no production, right? And God, you're bringing back a lot of bad memories for me.
Yeah,
Because
starting to slow.
I was that leader.
Yeah.
I was, and I feel so bad, man, because I'm like, damn.
Because that's how you were
I
trained.
was
though.
a shitty, bro. I was a shitty fucking leader, man. I look back at it and how many people I lost because I would treat them like that. Everything you described, man. I look back, I'm like, oh man.
I was describing him, shit.
Yeah, I was fucking describing me, right?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, not me. No, I'm just
And I'm like, for those of you guys that, any of those teammates that worked with me in the past, please forgive me. I'm sorry. I was
redemption
only,
channel right here.
because as a leader, right? I would have to go to my leader in a little separate meeting before the
Right,
meeting.
yes.
And who the fuck was getting drilled?
Uh-huh.
I was getting drilled.
Yeah.
So then I just relayed the message, right? Like, hey, fuckers, I just got my ass chewed out
Yeah.
because our
Come on,
numbers and
thanks.
what the fuck, right? So I get it, and it's the environment that we're in
Yeah.
that fucking make some bad choices.
And, and it's become so popular, dude. That's the part that to me is like, fuck. With many of these companies, you're like, shit. I come to grind. I want to fucking, you pay me out $1 million fucking lifestyle, and this is the kind of shit I got to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, fuck that, Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go slang and shit.
Yeah, so just a lack of training. There's a lot of people that actually want to learn this stuff. And for those of you guys that are motivated to learn, go learn, find a great environment to go learn from.
Let me just read this.
Go
Go
ahead.
Bofo show. I don't go Bofo show. You got to bring that extra value to your clients. You may not see the return right away, but eventually you get what you want. That's so true because, again, and that value you're bringing to our trainings, to me, I see it way easier to actually recruit people onto this value because now they see a bigger picture. It's not just life insurance investment. No, we're really doing a whole financial plan for somebody.
Yeah.
And people are so easily, they want to talk about the trust more than they want to talk about, hey, you want to make some extra money?
Right.
Not really. But once they see how easy it is to do a trust, to help families, to help somebody that they're really going to appreciate, that's something they want to talk about, now they see like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
this
It's easy
is-
to
I can
communicate.
make-
It's simple
Yeah.
to communicate.
Very simple.
And check this out because I went from playing like hunting, like recruiting, actively
Right.
looking. I went from hunting to attraction,
Yes.
right? Where I only want to work with the people that are looking for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I purposely do a lot of things. Like you rarely, like on a live stream, I'm always in a tank top,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm rough around the edges.
Yeah.
You got text up today, bro.
Right.
It's okay.
Yeah. So I'm firing off, right? And so sometimes whoever is probably like, this guy's wearing a fucking polo. Like it's probably unheard
know,
of.
right? That's weird. Is that him?
Yeah, is that really
I
him?
know.
Right?
AI? That must be AI.
Yeah, it's AI.
I walk up in this bitch, I'm like, see this guy
Yeah.
wearing a polo. This one over here fucking semi-dressed up. I'm in my usual fucking t-shirt and hat. I'm like, am I underdressed for this topic today?
So I do that because you're going to get attracted because of what I'm saying,
Right.
of what I'm teaching.
Yeah, the value
and
you
you're gonna
bring to
look
them.
past
Yeah,
my
yeah.
appearance, and now I got your attention. We're good. You're gonna fuck with me like that. So through that, like today, I'm onboarding a licensed agent.
Nice.
And he goes, well, how am I going to recruit? I go, the same way how I'm recruiting you. And he goes, oh, I got to go teach people. I go, yeah, you got to go teach people. Because you do that, you already beat out 90% of the competition because they're not teaching.
Right.
And people want to learn. People want to follow somebody. People want to learn from somebody who's actually going to teach them and knows what the fuck they're doing. This is why a lot of people tend to gravitate towards me, right? And they tend to look past the crazy shit that I say, right? Because they're like, okay, hey, he's a little wild. He'll call you a cuck or whatever. But the guy knows some shit, and he's not wrong. The guy knows some shit.
As a matter of fact, last night's training, I had Dell plug into it because he hadn't seen you.
Okay.
He goes, oh shit, this guy's really training. he's really training. I was like, yes, I've been telling you, fool. I was like, so, and that tells you a lot, right? Because a lot of the trainees are not really training.
They're all
They just,
motivational.
motivation or some
And
whoever.
look, for anybody, and we talked about that shit before. For anybody who's of sound age, we don't need motivation. Nobody gives a fuck about motivation. My biggest
Motivation's
motivation,
right there.
my biggest
It's
motivation is my
empty.
bank account. Right?
Hey, you showed up to the training, you're motivated.
Right.
Yeah.
You showed up. You took time out of your day to go to this office or to this Zoom meeting with your camera on, and you're motivated. Like, teach. They don't need to get remotivated. They already said yes. They
Right.
paid already.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
they already said yeah. Like, teach them how to be profitable. Teach them how to close. Teach them, teach them
Yeah.
how to grow the business.
How to talk to people.
Yeah, how to
'cause
prospect.
that's
Teach
really
'em.
what they want to know.
But most importantly, seriously, it's like you said, teach the product. Because that same product you're teaching them, they're gonna have to teach someone else. And that's how the recruitment. Remember we talked about recruiting, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about having all kinds of agents. I don't care about the number of agents. I care about the quality of agents.
Correct.
Because
that's
100
what
agents
this
don't
brings.
sell, ain't shit. 5 agents that sell like crazy, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, and they're not going to go anywhere. So
Yeah.
I'm on this little mission right now, right? And I've been slacking because my hands are in like 5 different pots right now. But eventually, when I really decide, like, I'm gonna go fucking do this, because there's this saying in my old company, is in order to make like $1 million, okay, a year, you have to have 1,000 licensed agents, right? Like, that's the saying right there,
Right.
You gotta have 1,000 licensed agents, and I just bought that. I just
Yeah.
believed it, like, okay. Until I left and I started seeing what some of these other agencies are doing. They're doing the exact same amount of production that it takes to make $1 million with like 50 agents.
Right.
58, like, and I couldn't believe. I'm like, it's because those 50 agents know what the fuck they're doing.
Yes.
Right?
Those
They know what
1,000
the fuck they're doing.
Because those 1,000 will probably do each recruit do one policy a year.
A year.
Yeah,
A year.
so that's your million.
yeah, you need 1,000 agents. 1,000 fucking pendejos. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're gonna need 1,000 pendejos. I don't
You
know
have to pay
what they're
attention,
doing.
right? Paying attention to this shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why don't we just teach these guys? So I have a friend, or had a friend, that he started his career at Northwestern Mutual. Okay. And remember, they're the #1 in term sales.
Right.
Okay. Well, they only have, I think it's like 20,000 agents in that company. Okay. Versus, Primerica's #3, and they have 150,000. So how was it that 20,000 is, and they're not winning by like 1 or 2 policies. They're kicking the dog shit out of Primerica by like 2.5 times more in production. Not by a little. It's that big. Well, so I asked them, right? I was like, what was your training like? I had to learn how to set up appointments for 6 months. I'm like, fuck.
Oh,
I go, for 6 months. Yeah, I just dialed for 6 months. No wonder why you know how to set up appointments. No wonder, because they made sure that you did that really well.
Yep.
That you went through this entire internship, right, of just closing appointments, being on appointments. You go, so how much production did you close during that 6 months? About 50,000. 50,000. I go, that's why, because they actually mentored you. They actually nurtured you. They actually made sure you showed up to the office and you treated it like a job. You with me? You treated it like a fucking job.
That right there.
Setting appointments,
Look, that right there is the one thing that I always tell everybody doing natural agents is shit. Same shit. When it's a fucking job, you get up at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and if they tell you got to be there by 6 in the morning, you get up at 4:30. Get ready, everything, shoot out to work. You're there by 6 in the morning. You get your 8 hours in, or you get your 9 hours with that 1 hour of lunch, and then you come home religiously. You don't miss
40
a
hours.
day, 40 hours a day. 5 days out of the week, and then you work overtime on Saturday because you want that little extra funds. You know what I mean? Sunday's the only day you have you have off with your family. Cool. I don't knock that. More power to you. But when you jump into being an entrepreneur, being in the insurance game, why the fuck don't you treat it the same way?
Right.
Like, you want to make money, but you want to be sitting at home watching TV, like business just randomly gonna come your way.
They're going to knock on your
Yeah,
door.
it's like no, like that guy that goes and works 8 hours a day gets paid to work those 8 hours a day. Yes, that job already set that amount, what they think he's worth or she's worth, and that's what they're gonna pay them. Well, you know what you're worth. That's the reason why you're working on your own. You got to work twice as hard as that individual to get paid because we don't have checks assured. We don't have payments assured. We gotta grind and hustle to get paid. Because like, why don't you take it like a job? Because I don't work. I'm my own boss. Get the fuck out of here, you know? I'm
Yeah,
like,
I never
what the-
understood that. Man.
Yeah.
I never
And
understood
then they
that
wonder
shit.
why they stay behind, and other people are, well, why is that fucker making so much? Why is that? Because that
he's
fucker
not
takes it like a
home.
job and he's working his ass off. You don't want to
Working.
work.
He's working.
And then the number one complaint you hear, right? Oh my God, I need money. I really need money. I need to get paid more. But they don't want to work.
And then they wonder why they can't attract anybody because the results don't speak for themselves. They're not attractive, like, because yeah, you can bullshit some people in the beginning, but eventually they're gonna like, this guy's not making no fucking money,
See,
and they're gonna see right through your ass.
And that's the thing, right? Like a lot of times, always, you know, and we talk. I think we talked about this as well. When you look at somebody's trying to tell you what to do, right? I'm all like, I accept criticism. I'm good with that. Constructive criticism, handle. I got it. We'll work it out. We'll see where I'm failing. Because I'm to me, it's like if I'm failing in something, tell me. But then when you try to tell me what I need to be doing all the time, and you need to do this, 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 and I'm like, okay, so how long have you been in the business? Right? Oh, I've been in the business X amount of time.
Yeah.
And how much money have you made in the business? Because now you're trying to tell me what to do in every aspect, trying to kick my ass. Now I need to know who's kicking my ass.
Yeah.
Right? How much money have you made? If I made 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7, whatever amount of times more than you have, and you've been doing this for a while, where the fuck are you failing?
Right.
Because you're trying to train me on how to do a job when your ass ain't even doing it yourself. And that happens way the fuck too often.
Right.
Especially in our industry, right? Because there's so many new people. It's like the blind leading the blind.
Yeah. That's
And look, I get everybody needs to eventually take the reins and take the bull by the horn and all that, and I get that. But the leaders, they also get lazy because it's too many. You have 100 new ones that came in last month, and then the month before that, and then a new 100 this month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people get fucking they fall through the cracks.
Yeah.
And it's just a vicious cycle,
right.
man. They're going
That's
through
crazy,
people,
dude.
And then they get the sour
Unfortunately.
taste in their
Yeah.
mouth and all that. Look, the good thing about this industry is that they'll give everybody a shot. The bad thing about this industry, they'll give everybody a shot.
Yeah, it's really what you make out of it, man. It's really up to you if you really want to make it grow. Because again, it's up to you to learn it.
Right or
You
wrong,
have to
right?
learn
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Don't fucking let anybody.
But the shit with that is, dude, I mean, I believe in fucking first impressions too, right? You see some dudes dressed up like, what the fuck, my boy? Like, seriously? I walked into some of the events and I'm like, fuck me. I mean, I'm over here fucking looking at my clothes like, shit, do I look proper to go into this place? Like, and then you realize, fuck me. Like, you know, they just let this motherfucker in. Like, what the Dude, this is crazy, bro. Like, this industry is does it make wealthy people? Yes, but the problem, like you said, it's that laziness, man. People fall in love with the idea of being wealthy, driving that fancy car, having that badass house. They fall in love with the idea, not with the process, not with the journey. It's
Right,
like,
right.
I want to go from being broke as fuck to driving that Lamborghini. It's like, oh shit.
And they're not willing to, like, the process, right? So I would always tell people when I would recruit them, and they're like, well, if I'm not making all this money in the next 6 months, I'm like, well, your job wasn't going to do that either. 'Cause if they were, they would have paid you. You just aren't worth that value. You are getting paid exactly what you're worth. That's it.
Right.
Damn.
Right.
Right.
Probably
That's
less,
just it.
right? But you are exactly where you're at.
Right.
Like that's not by a mistake.
Yeah.
Because these like corporate America, even though I'm like not corporate, I'm anti, but whatever. Corporate America, they're always looking for talent. So they're gonna pay talent.
Right.
They're gonna pay talent. So
Yeah.
if corporate America is willing to pay the talent, how come they're not paying you the 6-figure income?
Yep.
It's because you
don't have that
you don't
value.
bring that much value to the marketplace.
Yep.
That's it. So
That's what it comes down
you
to.
could be pissed, whatever, or you can just grow.
Yeah.
Grow.
See, but it's I think it's that pride of many people, that fucking pride that look, ultimately, it's just that being comfortable where they're at. I always say when you get a job and you get a paycheck, the first couple of paychecks you get used to that. Once you're used to that shit, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not walking away from that. I mean, it'll take a miracle for you to walk away from that. If you make it like I was like, some people are like, oh well, it's because I'm making $120,000 right now, right? I'm like, okay, it's not bad money, bro, but it's $120,000. That's how much the company thinks. No, but like that's how much the company thinks you're worth, 120 grand.
Right.
Now, what's it gonna be when in the position you were in before? You know, the people that were around you are now making $3, $4, $5, $6, $1 million, $2, $3, $4, $5 million a year, and you're still stuck with 120.
Yep.
It's like I know you had more talent than everybody else that was around you. It's just that you settled for a job.
Yeah.
It comes down to that, and it's sad to see that when you see because there's a lot of talent that gets just settled there when you know they have so much potential to even bypass you. Shit, I know I've met individuals that I'm like, fuck, you should be like 10 times ahead of me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
They're some of the most talented people I've met.
I'm like, I'm not the
Talented is lazy though.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even laziness, bro. Sometimes it's just the comfort. Like they get so comfortable.
And like a limiting belief. Sure.
Yeah.
There's probably a limiting belief
Yeah,
there.
so
That's
like,
true.
But you get some, but the majority, I'll agree with you. The majority are fucking lazy, dude. They just don't want to do the job.
Or they built this lifestyle around that income and they're afraid. It's again operating
Right.
in scarcity because they think I don't know if I worked my ass off to get this job that's paying me right $100 grand and I'm like I'm Mr. Everything here. I'm the fucking man here.
Yeah.
And that's how they feel and I don't want to lose the benefits. Right, I don't want to lose the 401k. I don't want to lose the health insurance.
That's what was holding me back a long time ago. Remember, I was telling you I was still working in the industry. I mean, I knew I was gonna be taking a big step, and I actually lost my house because of that. But I figured, if I can really make it big, this is only one house out of the many I'm going to own.
But
correct.
You know,
but we go right back to the same shit. Like if you're that comfortable, and again, I believe in that shit because I've been working. I've been an entrepreneur for a long ass time.
Right.
I don't work for anybody for a long ass time, and I love it because I have the freedom that I want. But if you're serious about taking that step, do it part time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do it on the side. Like you can do it on the weekends when you're off. Start. Like there's a lot of and I met a lot of plumbers. So I met this one plumber, bro, that Monday to Friday, he had a job. Got to his job, did what he had to do. On the weekends, I mean, this is working 7 days straight, though. On the weekends, he worked his plumbing job on his own. He started a little company, so he will run jobs on his own. Before you know it, he had his own company. And then he opened up a second one. Nice. So now he has multiple companies doing the exact same shit he was doing for somebody else, but now he's getting paid himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, like you could do it if if you really wanted to.
And most people aren't willing to because they want to hang out. They want to fucking hang out with the guys. Yeah. They want to throw it back.
Yeah.
But it's like shit. If you want, we talked about the whole, that other little thing that I was talking about. You get to enjoy that. You get to have that. You get to, but you gotta put in the work first. First, you gotta grind like a motherfucker to get to that point where you're gonna be able to do that freely. When you run your business and you run your company to a point where it's running itself, now you have the time to do whatever. Now you want to do that, on the weekends. You want to go and hang out with your friends, and you want to have that old fashioned with a cigar. Then you do it, but only when you're fucking done. When you put in the work.
Price.
Yeah, like it's because people don't want to do shit.
Let me read these
Read 'em,
before we get off here. Hollow Urbana says, "Let's go." The official Moreno. Yep, everything is on YouTube. And then says Rosana Herpin 33. Treat it like a job until it pays you like a business. Awesome.
Amen to that shit. I tell you. Amen.
Gabo for show is Northwestern Mutual on hourly or salary position. I don't know. I think that was for you, Jonathan, but
I have no idea.
no, they just made money. What's that? Roseanne Herpin 33. When you are your own boss, you're also your own employee. Yep, still have to work. Absolutely.
Yes, but you're only your own boss and your own employee until you build a plan where you don't have to work it. You don't have to operate anymore. It could operate on its own. Now you have employees working for you. That's the goal.
That's right. That's why you recruit.
Yep.
But the
Or
right
you run your
people.
business, you know.
Gabo, for sure, Jonathan's mic is low or off.
I think we're good now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be good. The official Moreno, work now, play later.
Amen to that shit.
Go Bo for show again. His mic fixed now. Okay.
We're good.
All
Mystery
right.
solved.
Awesome. Yeah.
I could hear him here, so I was like, all right, well, I could hear him. Well, maybe because you're right next to me.
Okay.
But yeah, so dude, this is a lot of information.
This is
Yeah. See, this is some real shit though. This
Yeah.
applies for everybody, man. I don't care who you are. I don't care what bracket you're in. This is information that you really, really have to listen to, pick up. You definitely got to reach out to my boy.
You have to learn this stuff because
Yeah.
if you don't know it, how are you going to teach your kids?
Do you provide training like on online or whatnot?
Yeah. So they can reach out to me on social media, whether it's TikTok, Instagram.
Where can they find you at? Give us your.
Life insurance refunds, right? So they can reach out, send me a DM. I do training every day practically.
I have to start jumping on that shit. Dude. What time do you do the training?
So my live stream is on TikTok practically 7 days a week, depending if I'm not hungover. So
I like the way this fucker thinks.
practically if I'm not hungover, but from 6:30,
Even when you are, you're always with the coffee, bro.
Right, bro.
Alright.
So I do about a 3-4 hour live stream every morning from like 6:30 to about 9:30, 10 o'clock, just depending on how many fuckers want to act funny with me. It just really depends.
I don't want to
run a
listen
fade.
to him. We should get him back, dude, and have him fucking call a couple of people.
Right.
I would love to hear that shit. Oh, talk some shit.
We
We'll
can
have to do
totally
it
do
earlier.
it.
I'm gonna fuck like
we can-
whatever. It's our podcast. We get to do whatever the fuck we want here.
There you go.
Yeah, no. So they could find you at again. Give us your platforms again. What is it?
So Instagram, TikTok, just on Facebook is Jonathan Aguilera, but life insurance refunds would be our
He's
tag.
got
So
you.
life insurance refunds.
Yeah, find him there, and then you could. He's got links to his other
right.
platforms, right?
That's correct. Yeah, so they can reach
Awesome.
out and all that for
Yeah.
maybe more direct mentoring. But
Right.
Good
It's
shit.
been a
so-
pleasure. It's been
so
a
no,
pleasure.
dude, it's definitely freaking.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna do a part 2 eventually because this
do
is
it.
information that needs to be had. And you know what? We have upcoming networking events. So once we get those networking events, I would love for you to be part of it. Definitely love for you to be part of it. You have a lot of information, dude. Like I'm telling you, like some of the stuff you shared today, I didn't know, and I think I have to have some conversation with some mortgage brokers that I know. So yeah, that's gonna be a good conversation.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
you definitely you'll be a key piece to that, dude. Because I do want to build something like what you were talking about, the whole base, and you're definitely a fucking key piece for that, brother. So
appreciate you guys.
no, we are dude. I'm honored to have had you here.
Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, you guys.
All right, my peeps. So we're wrapping up this one. We'll catch you up next Monday. Again, much love to all our Colombian people. Yes, from Alpha Dynasty Project and Halover Bass. So make sure you continue. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you give us a follow on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all our platforms for Alpha Dynasty Project, and of
Absolutely.
course, Halover Bass. Catch you all next Monday. Much love. It's your boy Mario. We out.
Okay, guys.